So, okay, I can only watch one of the live games because this one's really fuzzy, but I get the general idea of what's going on here, and that's what I care about. So what do you think I'm going to say?
I need to be more focused on what I'm doing immediately and stop wasting time, probably.
You are tunneling way too hard on ideas here. My big thing for you is just making sure that you understand, like, getting hit by max range skill shots as a Swain is unacceptable, and a lot of that just stems from the fact that you're not... I don't think I saw you step in and dodge anything once, which is basically the battle between you and poke mages if you really drill down into it, right? So let me share my screen and give you like a visual like representation. So
I could tell that I was walking backward too much and I needed to sidestep right or left, like a couple of those Lux binds and ults. I didn't step right or left. I just walked back, hoping I would get missed by it somehow for the bind, which didn't work out.
You ever play shooting games?
Yeah.
You know how like when you get into gunfights and shooting games, you like strafe left and right really hard?
Sure, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, think about it. 90 degree left, 90 degree right.
Yeah.
Like hard. Like this?
Yeah.
That's all League is. So when you see poke, basically what's happening is processing in our brain should go like this. So actually I'll give you the scenario that happened because this is where like this is kind of a summary of your game. All right, so in order for Swain to work as a champion, we have to do some things correctly. All right, and one of the things that we have to do is we essentially like our range is this. So if I make this the range here and I go like this, Lux's range is like this. Okay, actually it's more like this technically. Now, the thing is, in order for you to get to this champion and hurt them, same with the Felios, you have to be comfortable with this line, okay? We have to be comfortable with this line or nothing's ever gonna happen. So in order for you to be comfortable with this line, the only way to get comfortable with that line is to just walk at it and sidestep. I harp on this with low elo players a lot. Mage champs, like low elo mages, you guys are all the same. Sorry for low elo racism, but it is what it is. You guys all do the same thing. You all just kind of hover back with no confidence and you don't step in and put anything away. This game is a layering thing. It is a layering game. So if I'm facing a Lux, all right, so we'll go Swain Q W E R, okay, and I'm facing a Lux and it's Q W E R. Now if I walk up and I'm facing a Lux over here and I see her fling her fucking Q and her E out and she's in front of me and she's like sitting right here, that's a fist pump. Like I walk at her hungry to auto her in the face for that. This isn't process. This isn't computing for you. All League is this. What are their abilities and what abilities did they use? That's all it is. So when you see someone use something, fucking leverage it. And when you know Lux has been out for a while, dude, this shouldn't surprise you anymore.
No, I usually play better than that, waiting for her to bind so I can dodge, and then move in and try and stay out of the E. Yeah,
it's as soon as you see the ability, either step in like this and confidently move and try to get through it, or just sidestep kind of passive and then step up. But either way, what I don't want to see is like Lux pops out of the brush like this. I don't want to see you go, oh shit, and just walk in a straight line. This is whack.
Yeah.
This is whack. You're making it too easy. Instead, go, oh, word, you're there, and wiggle like this.
Got it.
Like, it's not, the problem it comes down to confidence in the situation. Not only did she pop out of this brush, she popped out of this brush with this much HP, and your default was, oh shit. No, that's not how League works. You see somebody that you didn't know was there, you can't, this game, we're not like little bunny rabbits out in the woods, okay? Like, we are hungry. We are hungry to kill people. So you gotta convince me, just because I didn't know you were there does not mean that I'm just gonna instantly assume that I lose. Fuck that. first thing I'm going to do when I see somebody is I'm going to go, what level are you and what health are you? Are you in lethal range? In my brain, when I saw that, I would have just been like, oh, okay. And then just walk at her.
So because she was in lethal range, it didn't matter if Aphelios was there or not, or like my
well, even if Aphelios, if you dodge the ability, you combo and back up.
Yeah, my first thought was worst case scenario, both their jungle and Aphelios are right there because they weren't visible on the map. At least that's what I recall. So if I went at it, I would get a kill on her, but I would die too, and I should have done that rather than just back up, get bound, and die.
Well, the aggressive line, the confident line is almost always better in League.
Okay.
Anytime you do like a passive line in League, it's almost always bad.
Okay.
Because you're not letting you're not making your opponent prove to you that they're better than you.
Okay.
Now, obviously, there's cases where that doesn't apply. Like invading by yourself 1v5. That's not what I'm saying.
That's a foolish play, but like in that instance right there, I recall that instance very well. Like she was really low, and like the split-second decision I made was to try and get away from the bushes because I felt like I was being ambushed. But the better decision
probably
would have
being
been
ambushed. Yeah, you probably are.
Gone at her, and then like I might die, but you're gonna die too, and I'd rather trade.
Or just a fake, like you just walk like this, and you come in, and then you combo and like leave, right? Like whatever it is, it doesn't matter. But it's the fact that like this is never the answer. Like this always sucks, unless I mean, like I said, maybe you're doing some funky movement like that, but like it's just the fact that you went oh shit, and you didn't even consider the possibility that you could just combo her, right, and back off.
Sure.
So, yeah, that would be thing one. And then thing two, wording issues, which I get on people a lot about. Hold on. So, when it came time to wards were coming out a little sluggish. So, like, in this situation, cross-reference with the map, do it quickly. Again, League of Legends, juggling game. I tell people this all the time. It's a mental juggling game. All right? You play this game, imagine that your brain is in the circus, all right? Play the fucking music in your head. Right? Yeah. Brain's in the circus. What is my levels? What is my health? What is my mana? What is my cooldowns? Where are they on the map? What's up? Like, this is what the game is, right? It's a circular fucking juggling game. That's it. We're having a battle of the brains here.
Okay.
You are tunneling on ideas too much. Right? So I tell you to push something or I tell you to ward. You ward, you're like, okay, here I go. And it's like, yeah, you're going to do it, but at the cost of quickly checking this, right? At the cost of looking for a W to press, right? Okay. You're not going to do that as smoothly as we need. Because again, no matter what I tell you to do, guys, you got to fucking juggle. Like, you gotta shut up and juggle for the fucking circus. Okay? Because if you lose track of, like, you know, it's like we're on a unicycle, we're juggling a whole bunch of shit. Chainsaw, fucking a turkey leg, a cat. Like, we're juggling all this goofy shit in this game. So if we fail to basically keep tabs on everything we're supposed to be keeping tabs on, the example would be, well, I told you to ward, or I told you to look for a W or move your camera forward, you'll stare at it. It's like, no, I don't want you to do this. I don't want you to do that. I want you to like check it. Okay, we're good. Check it. Okay, we're good. Like, you gotta stay in the know with what we're doing. And warding should just be like, you know, you're just a fucking machine. Like, notice there should be no stopping. Everything should just be smooth. Like, every movement should be nice and fluid. There should very rarely be one of these, which I saw. Right? Then you moved. This should never happen. This is unacceptable. I don't care what you gotta do. If you gotta use other keys, if you gotta use side mouse buttons, figure this shit out. Because you should never be warding like this. This should never happen.
Yeah, my tempo. Number 5 is unbound.
Right? We've got to make it. We got to get through it, because the longer it takes for us to do this, the longer before we can impact the game. So warding needs to be just like a quick detour that we do.
Yeah.
So, other than that, I mean, you seem to take instructions well. The thing that I'm and I'm going to look at some of your VODs to wind down the session because it's very fuzzy on my end. Like,
yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We got through that with a win anyways. It does seem like you take instructions pretty well. Now we just got to make you start recognizing like, what am I doing that you're not, right? And I think these are the big things.
Okay.
It's just like not stepping into plays, and you got to like as a circus. I know it sounds dumb as fuck, but I'm telling you, dude.
I totally understand. You have multiple things you need to do. Support isn't as clear cut as other lanes are with what your success.
Well, it's not even support. It's just these are fundamentals. Like everybody does this at some degree in lower elo, where you know they don't get it. If you focus on anything for too long in this game, you lose.
Okay.
That's the problem, right? I'm catching you stuck on things for too long, which is going to kill you. Basically, I just envisioned scenarios where like at one point you were like walking through the jungle and Garen could have been like, I think you were like here or something. And Garen technically could have been literally here. He could have been here. He could have been here. And it's like, you were like looking somewhere, but like you weren't, you were lingering, and it's like you're walking through these bushes and I'm like, he dies there and he dies there. Like I can just see it.
Yeah. No, I totally believe that. There was one time when he was recalling, he wasn't paying attention. He could have caught me. Yes. When he was recalling, probably checking his shop.
That's what I'm trying to, I'm trying to get you, once you view the game like this, the game stops being so nebulous and strange. You start playing it like it's meant to be played, which is obviously more competitively. You can't play this game. You can't like slouch in this game and like go through the motions when you're really trying to improve at it, because you're going to basically be facing a bunch of kids that will do this shit naturally, but they'll be dumb as fuck.
Yeah, that's
right.
So not being the traditional age league player.
Sure.
I noticed that like 39.
You're fine. You'll be all right.
So I noticed that sometimes like I can see the decision that should be made, and like I'm trying to get people to do that thing, but they just like don't. Like that last game, for instance, like we've got Baron buff, like we're pushing in. Why are people wandering around in our jungle? And like I don't know how many like times like I can ping, and they just don't. I don't know. Listen,
that's literally what I do. I just go like this,
and
then I go like that. If that'll get their attention, I promise. That's the way I do it. I ping a bunch of times. I throw an FF vote out and see if they listen. And I've only seen one surrender happen. That was on the OCE server. I've probably had people do that 100 times. I had one on OCE where a team wasn't listening and I told them to surrender and they surrendered. But like at that point, they weren't going to do anything and we were going to lose anyways. So you know what I mean? Like if they legit surrender, then they're idiots anyways.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we had a backdoor Tryndamere at least. Yeah,
and my whole thing, I gotta swap accounts so I can look at one of your other games. My whole thing is getting you to come to terms with the fact that the game, when you play ranked, like ARAMs, I'm chilling, dude. Yeah. I'm chilling, right? I'm relaxed. Yeah. I'm not like clicking all over the map. I'm just fucking around, whatever, right? When I play ranked, I go into the game with the mentality that like, I'm going to do every input that I make is going to have a purpose. Every action that I make, it's not going to be, there's going to be no hang up. That's my goal. Now, obviously it took me a long time to get there.
So I'm like wasting too much time, pretty much.
Yeah. And then like I was saying before, just not stepping into those abilities and thinking like, okay, she used this, I use this then. And I go here then. Can you post your account name in the Discord chat for me, please? Guys, remember, if you like the stream, hit the like button, hit the share button, click your buttons. Okay, I'm getting bonuses for new subs, I guess.
Now,
I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you guys that or not, but your subs would really help me out.
I played 3 this morning and I just got murdered.
What, the games?
Yeah.
Do you want me to look at your jungle game?
Sure, yeah, that most recent jungle game. I'm terrible at jungle, and I'm like, I just started learning like a month ago, and like it's very different. And I'm like,
it's a great role.
Like bronze jungler, low bronze jungler.
So, all right, the first thing that you got to figure out here is that everything in this game is going to harken back to speedrunning, right? That's the core. For all the newbies, I focus on, unless I see that you have amazing mechanics and you're just kind of fucking up and you're doing dumb shit, I normally harp on this stuff because this is the stuff that gets you the fastest results. So here you go. You've got your volley bear. Let's see how fast you clear.
So what is a good clear? What is a good
Full clear at 3:15.
Okay.
So you cleared. I mean, it's a little slow. You're about 17 seconds. I would call this like a bogey, but this isn't like terrible.
Okay.
Generally speaking, a full clear on volley bear, like I said, if played perfectly, it looks like you could be. Actually, it's a bit of a bogey because you can finish at 3:15 and 3:12 without smiting.
Okay.
So the first thing, the spreadsheet. Have you seen Phylar's spreadsheet?
I have not. I don't
Perfect.
know what that is.
So what this is I'm going to link you.
Yeah.
So I'm sharing my screen right now, and all this is it's a spreadsheet. This is the guy that helps me run my boot camps.
Okay.
But like sets them up. So his spreadsheet is basically just a list of clears and the appropriate times to match. So these are regarded as some of the fastest clears anybody's clocked in practice. So you see here, this is a 3:12 with a 3:15.
3:15. Got it.
So if you open these videos, they will show you exactly how to do the clear. And you can see these guys all practice their clears. It's like going into the gym and like hitting the weights, right?
Okay,
Jungle's
so
a great role. Yes. So you can speed run it. So what this means is you have no excuse going into ranked. If you go into ranked, you're clear for jungle. Your clear should be fucking squared away. If your clear is bad, well, you have no excuse. You could have just went in the practice tool and fixed it.
Okay.
The problem is league players, this isn't common knowledge. So they go into games and they have clears similar to what you did, right? It's not a great clear, right?
Yeah.
My clear on Hecarim, for example, like just screwing around in EUS, I'll show you. Hold on. So my clear on Hecarim is like really ironed out, which means that my results playing on like EUS account, my results are like crazy good on Hecarim because every single game, even this one I should have won, every single game I am opening super fucking fast. So I'm always ahead of the enemy jungler, right? Because it's Mario Kart. That's all this role is Mario Kart.
So I'm trying to focus on Volibear and Warwick. Should I add?
No, don't add anybody.
No?
Oh, you can play Hecarim. You could play. I'm saying whatever you pick, stay to like 1 or 2 max.
Yeah.
Don't go too wide. Don't ever go too wide.
Yeah. So I had to dodge a game earlier because I queued for jungle and they banned both Warwick and Volibear.
Yeah, no big deal. Dodge and wait 6 minutes and go jerk off and drink a glass of water. Like, who cares?
Okay.
And then you come back, and then because if you play one game, the dodge timer won't matter anyways. It'll reset. You can dodge again as long as you play one game between.
We'll drop back down to 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Huh.
So you could
wait 24 hours.
No, so you could do so you dodge. So let's say we dodge one game, right? So we get a 6 minute, I think it is total or whatever, right?
Like a 5 minute ban, yeah.
Then you play a game, right? So no dodge.
Yeah. Okay.
So no dodge, and then the third game you dodge again, 6 minutes.
Oh, I thought you had one dodge at 6 minutes every 24 hours, and if you dodged again, you got hit with a bigger timer.
So if you dodge, so if you just dodge like one, then it's 6 minutes, right?
And you,
dodge two, then it's gonna be 30 minutes or whatever the fuck it is now, right? And then dodge three, it's like 24 hour or whatever the fuck, right?
Okay, so if I play a game in between dodges, I can dodge again at the 6 minute.
Yep.
I need to dodge more because
you don't have to dodge a lot in low elo. I'm just saying that like it's an option.
Yeah, I mean I can. There's some games that I just know it's gonna lose just from champ select.
You don't know shit.
Okay.
You don't. You don't. You don't. How do you know? How do you know?
When your teammates fucking pick a Yumi jungle or some shit like that.
Yeah, you and I both know that that's super rare. If I go through match history, how many Yumi jungles did I see go through? Probably never.
Probably never.
Yeah, I'm telling you, everybody bullshits me. You know as well as I do that it's super fucking rare. And you also don't know, because I can tell you right now that like 90, if you play proper jungle, you clear correctly, you open strong, you're going to win 90%, dude. Like, it's just what it is. You win 90% through silver. Standard. Like,
okay.
I did it. I literally did it on EUS with 110 ping or whatever the fuck it was. Like it's about knowing your champ, knowing your clear, playing the fundamentals right, and don't worry about. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that like you can get the same result playing support necessarily, but like mid jungle, dude. Mid jungle and top, you've pretty much got no one to blame but yourself a good chunk of the time if you're on point.
The one thing I recognize is support. The agency is just not there.
It's very
like
low.
It doesn't. Yeah, so I'm trying to switch to jungle, but it's hard, and I don't know if I should be focusing on Volibear and Warwick. If that's like a good two to start with.
Hecarim over the other. I think Hecarim's really good, but Hecarim is. I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You could take any jungler, but the rule is if you're gonna play them, get your clear within like 4 or 5 seconds of the clear time, which is going to take you days, dude.
Yeah.
That's going to take you days. Like, think of it literally, think of it like solving a clear as like playing fucking like Dark Souls or something.
Okay, so would you recommend I just spend like a couple hours a day in the practice tool working on that clear? To like get it down to within a few seconds.
Yeah.
I will easily do that rather than throw away LP.
Exactly. So you get the clear down. So once you get into a game, you know that like, hey, if no one leashed me, I know how to fucking clear. And like I said, it's going to take you days.
Okay.
We've done this in the boot camp, dude. People were like raging at me. Like it takes a while because you're not used to kiting properly. You're not used to the patience meter. All this stuff is going to be hard. But if you watch, like, let's say you pick up Hecarim. If you watch, like, me play Hecarim, you'll see that my clearing's not bad. It's because I fucking practice. Like, if I play a jungler, I practice my clear before I pull it out.
Okay.
So, that way, if you're facing me in jungle, you know I'm going to be on time most of the time. That's what it's about. Is like, if you're not where you're supposed to be on jungle, not only do you not show up on Scuttle on time, but your camps take forever to reset. So it snowballs so fast in the jungle. That's why jungle just seems so easy to stomp from a lot of the time in low elo, because you'll like maybe your opponent clears fast, but then the next clear they go in fucking slow motion.
Got it.
So I've just fucking train track it the whole game. Like if you leave me to just clear, I'm just going to clear really fast, or any high elo jungle is just going to clear really fast. So yeah, anyways. So this, you clear, you gank mid. Let's talk about this. So you gank mid. So she uses her W.
I noticed they took the top crab. I was trying to go for that, but they already got it. So I just
you come
went for
in.
the gank mid. Yeah.
So I hate this flash because it just screams like I'm panicking.
Okay.
You had time to let the fight breathe for a second, and she could still have flash. So unless you pop her right away.
Yeah. I chased the wrong one.
Yeah, so I would just walk it in.
My fight was on her, so yeah.
Yeah.
I also noticed they took that crab too.
That was
so
unlucky. Whoa. You got unlucky though. What the hell happened here?
Yeah.
You got double crabbed right off the jump. What the fuck?
Yeah, I thought I had at least one of them. Like
this Teemo actually was like super fast here. That's what it was. Does blind remove? Oh, wait. Let me look at the first crab. So he did a 4 camp into. So this is an example, by the way, of the type of stuff that happens if you're not fast. So with Volibear, you could full clear. You could also 5 camp and meet him here, and this doesn't happen either.
Yeah, so I usually do 5 camp it and then contest both crabs, but I decided to full clear to see how fast I could do it. But I usually just 5 camp it and get both crabs because I hate doing crowds.
So like here, for example, with my Hecarim pick. So like, if you're on time, you're actually right here coming down river with Hecarim. You're like here.
for Volibear, would it be better if I 5 clear?
Yeah, sometimes.
And contested both of those.
It's never gonna be black and white, but the idea is that this situation you should try to avoid at all costs.
When I get double, I usually do. I was shocked when like that one is gone and the bot one was gone too. I'm like, does this dude like teleport?
Yeah, so that means he did not full 4 camp, and then he was standing on Scuttle as a spawn, smited it, saved both smites, and then ran down to bottom, which was pretty good. That was a pretty good open by him. It's, you know, it punishes you hard. This is unlucky for you. This is rare. This doesn't happen that someone does something really like clever. This is a very quick open for low elo.
Yeah.
So the way you counter it is you would have been 5 camp, you would have been on this with him, and then it's a battle of smites and just game knowledge, right? Okay, is LeBlanc coming to me? You know, or do I just give this one and move down immediately, gank LeBlanc on the way? That's where the chess aspect of this role comes in, is because good junglers will almost never get double crabbed because they'll know where the other jungler is, and they'll have already decided by here whether or not they're going this way or this way.
Yeah, did he show it all before that point?
So you would have known back here because of the way that the start began. So I'll show you the trick. So right here, this is a fun little trick you can do. So when they show on the map and you see their health like this, then you know, you know right away that
down there,
yep, because there's no reason that he took damage by himself.
Yep.
And the mana too normally means he probably leashed him. This one's a little tougher of a tell because you had to be looking.
Yeah.
But like you could very clearly see he took damage, so you know where Teemo is. That's just one example that you could use. You could do the same thing up top. Top laner leashes, comes to lane, he's missing some mana or something. No one really fakes because no one even pays attention to this shit, but like I do. And one thing that you can do or learn from this is like, as a top laner, as a bot laner, you could just waste some mana, and versus good players, they'll actually give you credit sometimes if they didn't see it.
Got it. Yeah.
So high elo player could get actually juked by you just showing the lane with a little bit less mana. They'll be like, oh, he started here, but then he was there.
Yeah.
So.
Or showing up late to the lane, stuff like that. Yeah.
So you get basically, you get cheesed, and then you don't get the gank.
Yeah, Warwick, I'll do like a 3 camp, and then I'll gank, and then hit the crabs up. Which, I don't know, I feel like it works easy like that too. And he chases me down here, and...
I mean, when I look at this, I just think this all gets fixed once you get your opens in. The trick versus the blind is to hold off on actually hitting the auto. And then you could have 2v1'd. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
So like right here. So you see him, like you're doing this, you let him blind you, and then you move like this, and then W here.
Okay.
And then you just beat his ass there. Since he has no flash, you could fight him.
Yeah. I think I was trying to stun there, but I miss it because of the blind.
Yep. Let it die off, and then you win it.
Yeah. And I try and get her.
And then you get blinded again because it's a fun
back out. Yeah.
It's a fun meta. Yeah. I probably would have turned in this bush here. Oh, he left.
I was gonna, but he turned around. I thought I hit it in the bush, so he didn't see it.
No, you did the right thing. He was just smart there.
Yeah. And then I think I go...
Okay, so yeah, we're never doing this. So this is easy to correct. Okay. So for you, what you want to do, and let's look at your other jungle game too. So for you, oh, that's support.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of Volibear support in there too.
Yeah, whatever jungler that you decide to play, like I'll show you real quick before we move on. I'm going to use that account that I've been playing on to kind of just demo this, because this I just want to show you like how much like crazier an open looks when you fucking nail the clears. Because to me, if you could get, whatever you pick, like if you want to play Hecarim and learn that, I'm a big Hecarim fan at the moment. I think he's fucking OP for low elo. Gets a lot of he gets a lot of easy LP. But like when you look at like my clears for the most part, my clears are usually on point. And now watch the difference in the power of the open when you nail the clear. So here, like, and next season, like me and Phalaris was talking about this, I believe it's just going to be a full clear meta anyways. So champion like Hecarim's going to be sitting pretty anyways. But like, just like, look at this. So the difference here is that you're going to be kiting back off of every auto.
Yeah, to make it over to the Krugs.
So see this little move here from here to here. Watch, I'm keeping this stack up here. To turn back in and then grab it, and this keeps your stacks at 2.
You keep it all the way over to the chickens, yeah.
But everything is like
cool.
Ironed out. Watch. So stack stay.
Yeah, and then you make it to the wolves, and you still have the stacks. Then you make it all through, and you still have the stacks. Cool.
So Echo, look at this. So Echo did the 4 camp, and they trade up top, right? Well, during that time, I'm already on crab, and I'm doing this.
He's not going to catch you on both the crabs now, so you get both of them here.
That's the same idea of what you just saw.
Yeah.
Is that I basically was in a situation where I get this really strong open.
Yeah. So after you do a clear like that and your camps aren't fully back up, you just go for your camps anyway?
What do you mean?
Like right here, you only have the Krugs and chickens up right now.
No, it's all going to come up in the same order.
Yeah.
So for example, here I thought about invading him, which I could have actually. He was just a little slower than I expected.
Yeah.
But like, I'm backing. I'm backing here because
yeah.
Because I don't know that this is up. I thought it was going to be up already, but they were a little slow. So what that means is I'm just resetting to buy lucidity boots, and then you clear in the same order that you started. So here I already know that if I go to golems, I go straight over to chickens. I can get chickens if I want. Now in this game, I do something different because I saw Echo up top or something. I don't know what happened here. This game got a little weird because higher elo, you want to invade your enemy often. This game was weird though because he showed top and then like immediately backed and then he bumped into me here. But we battled it out anyways. And I still went out. But the idea is still the same. Like whatever I do, it's going to have to be cleared the same direction, see? And notice as the clears go on, I still keep the same habits of like kiting out which way I'm going. Now in this case, I have 6 already, so I get to do something like that. But I'm already 6 at the same time that the enemy team is just turning 6.
5 and 4, yeah.
The reason why is because even though I'm showing up to do shit, I'm keeping in mind my clear and the speed of the clear. So, you know, Volibear is a little trickier because he doesn't have the luxury of like a super fast clear. So I normally recommend champions like Hecarim, like Nocturne, like Udyr, like, you know, all these champions that have a really fast clear, even Fiddlesticks if you want something squishier. Volibear puts you in situations where you have to kind of think outside the box a little bit, which I don't like as much. I like simple systems. And in this case, in this game, because I get this momentum, it makes my life a lot easier to like stomp around and do whatever I want because I know where all the camps are spawning and I can do abusive stuff. Like you see, I'm just running train on these guys now.
Yeah.
And it's very systematic. Like I go point to point.
Yeah, I just sweeping through your jungle. So what would I do on a champion like Warwick, whose clear is very poor until he gets a certain item?
So you would do a more aggressive open. That's how you balance it out. So if you're facing Hecarim, you go, okay, Hecarim's got a full clear. I can invade him, or I could do like something of tempo in lanes early. I could do a 3 camp gank, or go into his jungle right away, or counter jungle him in general, like go fuck with him in his jungle. Like it doesn't matter, but the idea is that you've got to recognize that if you're facing someone like this, if they're full clearing, they're gonna be at certain positions on time.
Yeah.
So whatever you do, you better do it fast. That's the main takeaway.
Okay.
Like whatever it is you're gonna do it fast, because you can see this Echo, no matter where he is, I'm a level ahead of him. And I'm there too.
If you show up at the same spot, that you've got the level advantage, probably gold advantage.
And I keep it because not only did I hit my clear faster, because my champion just has a faster clear, but whatever he got done wasn't as valuable as what I'm getting done. That's all it is. So at that point, when we go to skirmish, it's pretty much GG. Because now in every situation, he's just playing pickup.
Yeah.
And you see it goes really bad. Like every time I get something done, I immediately think, okay, which camps can I take? And okay, I have ult, I'm gonna do the next thing and the next thing and the next thing.
Yeah. So I noticed something you say in a lot to people is path toward resources.
Yeah.
If I'm playing support, should I be in that mindset too, or should I be more
You just path to wards.
Warding? Okay.
You just path to like the objectives that are coming and setting up calls for your team to make picks and shit.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, what League is about for you is you get agency through the bot lane trying to snowball it, and then you take that lead and you basically read where the game's gonna go and get vision down there in advance.
Okay.
So if the game's gonna build up, like that's why I was telling you, like, okay, Baron's the next thing, so let's get around there and set vision now, so that if the enemy team is late to the party, we can pick them, or our team can see them. And it's just about keeping your teammates alive, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. So cool. Good session today.
Thank you. I might, depending on how Christmas goes, sign up for another one and see what I can do in the next couple months.
Yeah, grind. The boot camps are also good content too. You can always check those out.
Yeah, I've been watching when I can for those.
Yeah, those are really good. We have a full team of people just like giving lectures and shit. We even had like Captain Flowers casting 5v5s with me, which was cool. A lot of fun. Yeah. It's pretty cool to have him casting games. So you can always check out that stuff. We've got like tons of video content, and my other coaches are very good. Like Falaris, the guy that I'm referencing a lot, like he helped me a lot clean up the Hecarim pick, because he plays a lot of Hecarim. And so like essentially what we're looking for is we're looking for a game where where we have high agency. So for you, for support, it's going to be speed of play, getting in there and getting that close distance so you can actually land your E's, and start recognizing like this is a fight that I need to live. I have Baron, like I can't die, kite back and leave. You're your own man with your own calls. Your calls are not, they do not reflect the will of your teammates. Your calls reflect your decisions based on game state. Your teams make the right call or the wrong call is irrelevant, because you need to know what is right and wrong. That's it.
Okay.
And that's the only way you do that, is you make a call and you stick to it. You say, I win because of this, not because my teammate went in. My teammate's wrong here. I'm going to back.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. Yep. Sounds good to me.
Cool, brother. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.